What is going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, and welcome to the channel. Double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. And when you do, hit that thumbs up button. And also, don't forget to hit the bell notification. When you hit the bell notification, make sure the bell notification is set to all notifications. See this little thing right here? When you click on that, there's going to be something that says all notifications, most notifications, or none. Make sure you hit the one that says all notifications. So in theory, you can be notified whenever I do go live. All right, make sure you do that. Appreciate it, folks. And again, when I do push stuff out, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. So those of you that want to support the channel, you can do it through Cash App right there. See that moving right there? Super chats are welcome, but I'd rather you do Cash App, because if you do Cash App, that means YouTube won't be getting any of it, not a dime of it, because you know they like to shadow ban and demonetize anything you do. And I can tell you guys right now, I guarantee you your money back. This video will be heavily suppressed because YouTube already knows where I stand when it comes to number 45. Just telling the truth. What's going on, everybody? I see y'all all in the house. Robbie, Harold, Rebel, Marcel, Donnie is in the house. Jungle J, Atomic, 80s Babies, K Campy, Team Forward, Ruth is in the house. Look at William Lane. You coming in here hating. You know you like that. What's going on, Rome 13? Unifier TV is in the house. Appreciate you being over here, dropping in, sir. What up, man? I'm dropping in to say what's up and let you know that you're a major inspiration. Keep killing it, man. Looking forward to working with you when we get a time. Hey, I promise you we're going to do it, Unifier. I promise you we're going to do it, sir. Make sure y'all go check Unifier TV out on his Instagram. Make sure you guys go check him out on YouTube as well. Follow him. He pushes out good content. He, along with me and the others like myself, black, think for ourselves, conservative values, don't go along with the narrative. Go check him out on Unifier TV. You guys can see it right there. Go check him out on YouTube and Instagram, guys. Make sure you subscribe to him and follow him. Michaela's in the house. Another lost soul is in the house. Paul, Rosalie, Lori says hello. How you doing, sis? Dan says America needs you. Appreciate that. Really do appreciate that. Lawrence Rietano is in the house. OG. The Winch is in the house. But if you guys are wondering, for the people that might be watching this at a later time, like if you're watching this on June the 9th and you're wondering why we're doing this, well, what I'm doing, I let the music play to allow people to come into the live. And it also allows YouTube to, in theory, notify people that I am live right now, because it definitely doesn't do it for everybody. Just letting you know that, for the ones that are wondering. So again, it's just going to allow people to get in here. Some people get to say what they want to say about the whole situation before I read off into it. William Lynn, I appreciate that. All right. Trump says President Joe. William Lynn, I got you again. Here we go. Light Warrior says, yay, I'm not too late. Yeah. What's going on, Green Bay? The Winch. Hello, hello. Atomic. How we doing? Says MAGA. Duke Tomlinson. Tiffany says, hey. They are scared. Demarats says it. Hashtags Demarats. Mary's in the house. Green Bay fan, what's going on? We got Thailand in the house. Thailand, William, Marcel, Velez, Robbie D. Blue Anon says FJB. Andrea Timers. Hopefully all you guys are doing good out there. Everybody's doing well. But what we're getting ready to go into is definitely going to be some breaking news, which I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know about it. All right, folks, for you that are in here right now, I'm going to be starting here in a minute or two. I'm going to open this thing up. I'm going to get to it. All right. Don't forget, everybody, while you guys are in here, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, okay? I appreciate it if you guys hit that thumbs up so this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. Steal from Juice. Oh, nice. I love that, bro. Blue Anon, that's all me. That's all me. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Yep, got two of them right there. Somebody asked, is that a bass guitar? Yeah, right there. That's honey. And this one right here, that's molasses. Look at the comments flowing in. Y'all going in already. Yep, I seen the Great Awakening. Happy Indictment Day, say. Yep, 5-string on that one. Honey is a 4-string. All right, folks, the folk of the Ramas. Appreciate you guys all being in here. Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith, aka Modern Renaissance Man, and you're watching my channel. Do me a favor while you guys are all in here, double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, because people are being unsubscribed to my channel. I'm telling you right now, it's a good chance that a lot of you guys are unsubscribed from the channel. Appreciate the comments that are coming in already. Appreciate you guys with the comments about my basses and the music that was made right there. Blue and I appreciate you for that right there. Hey, that's awesome, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, so do that. Also, for those of you that's going to support the channel, I told you guys, you hit the Cash App right there. I'd rather have you do that than send it through YouTube by doing a super chat. If you do a super chat, of course, I'm going to say God bless you for that, but I would rather have you do a Cash App. Why? Because if you do super chat, YouTube gets almost half of that money. And you know, every video I put out, they're going to demonetize it because they are mad at a Negro like myself is going against the narrative. I'm not being a good old boy and staying in my place and staying on masters meant to plantation and looking at every white person that's being a slave master and being master who keeps me in bondages and chains that y'all don't want me to leave. You just keeps me there because all you white folks that watching me, you all are racist. Yes, you all are. All right, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys, it is breaking news, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys already have heard it before, but this is some breaking news that's just coming out. A lot of my folks hit me up to let me know that this actually is out, and you guys see right here. Former President Trump has been indicted again on federal charges that emerged out of special counsel Jack Smith's months-long investigation, as you guys can see right there. Trump himself announced the indictment on his social media platform, Truth Social, sources say. Now, I want to show you guys something right here. This is what Donald Trump said. And you guys, I'm just going to make myself bigger because I'm going to read this off of his, Truth Social. Okay. On Trump's Truth Social, Trump said the corrupt Biden administration has informed my attorneys, excuse me, has informed my attorneys that I have been indicted, seemingly over boxes hoax. He said, even though Joe Biden has 1,850 boxes at the University of Delaware, additional boxes in Chinatown, D.C., with even more boxes at the University of Pennsylvania, and documents strewn all over his garage floor where he parks his Corvette, which is secured by only a garage door that is paper thin and open most of the time. Yeah, Trump throwing shots big time. Trump said, I have been summoned to appear at the federal courthouse in Miami on Tuesday at 3 p.m. I never thought it possible that such a thing could happen to a former president of the United States who received far more votes than any sitting president in history of our country and is currently leading by far all candidates, both Democrat and Republican, in polls of the 2024 presidential election. He said, I am an innocent man, in capital letters, is what Trump said. He said, this is indeed a dark day for the United States of America. We are a country in serious and rapid decline, but together we will make America great again. And let me be ever so delicate so I can tick off a lot of people, because based on how America is right now, we do need to go back to that. So yeah, I got to do this because it's actually signatured. So I'm going to wear this carefully. And I know, I bet this is just going to just kill a lot of y'all. Why is this dude wearing that hat with a signature on there? Yeah, so some of y'all that's going to be coming in here, it's going to be ticking y'all off. It's going to, I mean, look, be mad all you want to. Be mad all you want to. Be mad. I am not scared of anybody who gets upset if I support number 45. Be mad at me all you want to. Be mad. I know what I'm doing. I know what I stand on, and I'm all about truth. Do I like everything number 45 has done and is doing? No, absolutely not. But let me get back to sharing some more. Okay. They try. Here we go. So let me tell y'all something. Let me pull it up to see if I can get it to show. Okay, hold on. Because everybody's gonna be. I guarantee you right now, everybody is going to probably be going crazy over this particular thing. But they're trying to take it down. I got some. I'm trying to show some video right here that I had pulled up because this is absolutely crazy. I mean, this what we see going on. It's there for a reason. Okay. Until I find, I'm going to continue to talk to you guys. The reason why you see that all this stuff is starting to happen to Donald Trump, it is simply because. Hold on. Hold on. Let me share this with y'all. Hold on. Y'all not seeing this? Here we go. Let me see if y'all can see this.
And they go after him on a boxes hoax, just like the Russia hoax and all of the others. It's just been going on for 7 years. I'm an innocent man. I'm an innocent person. They had the Mueller hoax, the Mueller report, and that came out. No collusion after 2.5 years. That was set up by Hillary Clinton and Democrats. But this is what they do. This is what they do so well. If they would devote their energies to honesty and
I don't know if you guys can hear this.
it'd be a lot better for our country. They could do a lot better. They could do a lot of great things. But when you look at what's happened to our country in the last 3 years, we were energy independent. We had a strong military that wasn't woke. We were doing so well. We were respected all over the world. Got the biggest tax cuts in history, biggest regulation cuts in history. And they come after me because now we're leading in the polls again by a lot against Biden and against the Republicans by a lot. But we're leading against Biden by a lot, a tremendous amount. And we went up to a level that they figured the way they're going to stop us is by using what's called warfare. And that's what it is. This is warfare for the law. And we can't let it happen. We can't let it happen. Our country is going to hell. And they come after Donald Trump, weaponizing the Justice Department, weaponizing the FBI. We can't let this continue to go on because it's ripping our country to shreds. We have such big problems, and this shouldn't be one of them. It's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax, just like Russia, just like the fake dossier was a hoax. You saw the Durham report. You saw the Mueller report. It was all a big hoax. You had 2 impeachments, and they lost and we won. And we had tremendous support. But that was a hoax and a scam. And now they're doing it again. It's just a continuation, 7 years, even after I'm out. That's just as bad as doing any of the other things that have been done over the last number of years, and especially during the 2020 election. So I just want to tell you, I'm an innocent man. I did nothing wrong. And we will fight this out just like we've been fighting for 7 years. It would be wonderful if we could devote our full time to making America great again. And that's exactly what we did. But now, again, our country is in decline. We're a failing nation. And this is what they do. I'm an innocent man. We will prove that again. 7 years of proving it. And here we go again. Very unfair. But that's the way it is. I just want to thank everybody. We are doing something very special for our country. We're putting America first. I always put America first. And that's why we were in a position. Unfortunately, that position is no longer valid because they've done such a poor job. But we're in a position where we're going to make America great again. I'm innocent, and we will prove that very, very soundly and hopefully very quickly. Thank you very much.
All right. So y'all just heard that, right? You guys just got done hearing that. So now, for some of you that might, if any of you might jump on here and say, well, Donald Trump is completely lying, but have they actually indicted him to the extent to where all the charges and everything came out to be completely true? You guys all have this saying that y'all like to throw at folks. We say things like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Y'all say things like, you know what insanity is? It's doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, how many times are they going to indict Trump? How many times are you going to impeach Trump? How many times are they going to come up with stories and Trump keeps on winning? So are y'all going to use those same talking points? Are y'all going to use those same phrases when it comes to dealing with Donald Trump? No, it's just that no, absolutely not. I can tell you right now. I can tell y'all right now the games that's being played. I told you. It's amazing that a lot of things that you would not think that you would learn from the streets. I did not think that I would see this in the political corporate world. The things that I saw amongst a lot of family members that were involved in heavy drug trafficking and all that. I'm talking real family members of mine in Chicago, from Chicago, Tennessee, Florida, whatever you want to, New York, California, Kansas, all the different family members that were involved in something like this, the same exact type of things they did there. I did not think that I would see this in like what you call the corporate white collar rich people world, I guess. I didn't think that I would see that. What am I talking about? These same exact type of games. When somebody has something that has come out against them, all of a sudden the story is bigger. The last time they came out and did the same exact thing with Trump being indicted, it was because something other news that came out that you guys were, a lot of people were oblivious to, that got completely covered up. Joe Biden them definitely came out and leashed this out on Donald Trump, not because of the simple fact that it was a box soap, because they know that if you bring Trump to mainstream media, anything in this freaking world that is going on right now, whatever they do and try to bring against Donald Trump, the news of Donald Trump doing anything is going to trump, no pun intended, it is going to trump anything that's going on in the world right now. Folks, I'm not going to do no videos on this, but I haven't gotten videos from you guys talking about policemen them seeing spaceships going across the sky with a bright light, people saying the aliens were in their backyard, whatever like that. I get that. I'm not going to do anything on that. And this big old thing, Trump is covering it up. And all of a sudden, all of a sudden, Joe Biden, hold on for a second. Then all of a sudden, Joe Biden pretty much is getting busted because some information came out, and we all saw that they are calling Congress. Them are going to be calling for that whole thing to be investigated, where the money was going to the big guy, or he was getting a certain percentage out of this whole deal that was going on, right? So all of a sudden, Congress want to put that in place and say we getting ready. Oh, y'all, they are trying to block this video. So I'm trying my best to find this video that I'm telling you guys about. Please let me find it. But it's so I find it very, very interesting that if this is going out, this is not false information. That if it's going out about Joe Biden and them wanting to go after Joe Biden for what he did, all of a sudden, no, I'm gonna find this. Where you at, bro? Where you at? Is this it? Let me see. Yeah. So Biden unleashed the Trump indictment on the same day that the House Republicans were able to publicize evidence of his $5 million Ukraine bribery scandal. I'm just saying, how ironic is that? Congress come forth with evidence saying we got proof that Joe Biden, we have evidence of his $5 million Ukraine bribery scandal. Uh-oh, what can we do to not get that out? Joe Biden is covering up for the corruption that he and his family them are involved in. Let me see if was this video in play. Yeah. And so how ironic that Joe Biden gets paid $5 million with the stuff he was doing in Ukraine. And guess what? Raise you another one. The very thing that they're trying to keep on the hush hush, even right now, the way that the American people, you and I, the way that we real patriots, the way that we feel about our current CIA, the way we feel about the FBI, the way we feel about the Department of Justice, the way we feel about the integrity of our elections, Americans are really getting tired of a whole lot of things. And they know this. We have no trust in the FBI. We have no trust in our government, which you shouldn't anyway. We have no trust in the CIA. We have no trust in election. We have no trust in our school systems. We have no trust in our churches. We are at a point in time where we trust no one. And I hate to say it this way, but I'm actually not. I'm glad to say it this way. Great. Because you should be skeptical of anybody that's bringing forth any information, including myself. Be skeptical of me. Be skeptical of what I'm telling you right now. I want to tell you why, because I would rather you go and find out and do the research and see what I'm saying is true. So you should know the truth for yourself, because it is the truth that is going to make you free. Why are you saying all that, Ty? Congress, come forth. We have evidence of Joe Biden doing things with Ukraine government, doing this little bribery this bribery scheme. And guess what? As an agency that we don't even trust anymore, the FBI, they knew about it before this 2020 election. They have evidence for that. Joe Biden, they said he needs to be impeached and removed and prosecuted in jail. That's what they're saying. Different sources are saying that. In particular, there's Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene says, while we have solid proof that Joe Biden got paid $5 million for the quid pro quo scheme, the Department of Justice is planning to instead focus on going after Donald Trump. That's it, folks. That's pretty much the gist of it. But I'll go ahead and continue to read on some more right here for certain people's entertainment purposes. Here we go. I'll share that with you guys and we can read that along. Okay. Let me see where I'm at. See if I still can see and you guys can see me. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Former President Trump has been indicted on federal charges that emerged out of a special counsel Jack Smith's months-long investigation. Trump is listed in the indictment, which has not been unsealed, as a criminal defendant charged with at least 7 counts of involving obstruction of justice, conspiracy, and illegal retention of classified governmental material. He has been ordered to appear in federal court in Miami on Tuesday. Trump himself announced the indictment on his social media platform, Truth Social, that I just read to you guys. Sources say federal prosecutors informed Trump's attorneys the indictment a short time before it revealed. I think already you guys heard what Trump said, but I don't need to read all that off right there. But if y'all want me to, for the ones that maybe just getting here, do me a favor, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button right now. The thumbs up button is free to all of you who have already sent in a Cash App. Appreciate it. And I know some of you said, hey, Ty, the late what do y'all say? The late, oh, I see, late anniversary gift. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just celebrated 22 years of being married, so I appreciate the not the super chat, the cash app that you guys just sent in. I know, because I'm not gonna say your name. I read it. You don't want your name being called. Okay, let me get back to it. The corrupt Biden administration has informed my attorneys that I have been indicted seemingly over boxes hoax, even though Joe Biden has 1,850 boxes at the University of Delaware, additional boxes in Chinatown and DC, with even more boxes at the University of Pennsylvania, and the documents strewn all over his garage floor where he parks his Corvette, which is so-called secured by only a garage door that is paper thin and open much of time. He said that the garage door is open much of the time. Trump said he has been summoned to appear at federal courthouse in Miami on Tuesday. This is the second time Trump has been indicted this year. Trump pleaded not guilty in April after being charged by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. Like I said, Trump already said this whole thing right here. I'll read it again for the ones that weren't in here. He said, "I never thought it possible that such a thing could happen to a former president of the United States who received far more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country and is currently leading by far all candidates, both Democrat and Republican, in the polls of the 2024 election." He said, "I am an innocent man." Okay. The Justice Department had been investigating the matter after the FBI conducted an unprecedented raid on his presidential residence in August, which we all knew about that. NARA told Congress in February 2022 that Trump took 15 boxes of presidential records to his personal residence in Florida. NARA recovered the 15 boxes from Mar-a-Lago, identified items marked as classified national security information within the boxes. The matter was referred to the Justice Department as NARA. Those boxes allegedly contain classified national security information and official correspondence between Trump and foreign heads of the state. Classified material that was reportedly confiscated by the FBI during the FBI raid in August included a letter to Trump from former President Obama, a letter from Kim Jong-un, a birthday dinner menu, and a cocktail napkin. Trump last year said that the National Archives did not find the documents, but they were given upon request. So what I'm saying therefore is that there's a thing that people can do where they do a play on of words. Ooh, they found this at Trump's place. They found this at Trump's place. And Trump's like, no, you didn't find anything. I gave them to you. This is how I told y'all, this is what they do when they want to get you guys all in these shenanigans and being caught up in words. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, be pissed off. I don't care. But that's what they do. They change the words around. The affidavit said that the FBI investigation had established that documents bearing classification markings, which appear to contain national defense information, were among the materials contained in the 15 boxes Trump initially turned over to the NARA. The FBI said it had probable cause to believe that additional records containing classified information, including the national defense information, would be found on the premises of Mar-a-Lago home beyond what he had previously turned over to the NARA, according to the unsealed and heavily redacted affidavit used to justify the raid. Records covered by the government classification level could potentially include human intelligence and information that, if disclosed, could jeopardize relations between the U.S. and other nations, as well as lives of intelligence operatives aboard. However, the classification also encompasses national security information related to the daily operations of the presidents of the United States. Plain and simple, the indictment comes after classified records were also discovered in President Biden's office at Penn Biden Center last year. Those records were from his time as vice president during the Obama administration and from his tenure as a U.S. Senate. Now, based off of what we seen here, I'm told that Biden, as a vice president and as a senator, he wasn't supposed to have classified documents at all. Now, Trump is making the argument that what he had were a bunch of things that were declassified. And again, he said whenever they asked for them, he gave them. There was nothing to find. He gave it to them, right? And we saw that in the town hall meeting, there was like, Trump, when they asked for it, you didn't give it to me. He's like, yes, I did. I went through the proper steps to do what I needed to do. And they made it seem like I want to give it to them. I never did. I never told them I didn't want to give it to them. I told them I would give it to them. I just need to do the proper steps of what I need to do, make sure my T's are crossed and my I's are dotted before I gave it to them, to make sure I was doing it the right and proper way. But people won't, why didn't he give it to them whenever they asked for him? Right? That's your argument, right? That's your argument. Your argument is, why didn't Trump give it to him when he asked for it? But what about was Trump authorized to have them in the first place? Was Trump authorized to have them in the first place? Okay, now we're going to go off of that premises right there. Was Biden supposed to have what he had in his home in the garage? Was he supposed to have them at all? I rest my case. Anyway, now, so with that being said right there, at the time, Merrick Garland initially chose U.S. Attorney John Lodge to conduct a review of classified records that were disclosed at the Penn Biden Center. In December, more classified records were found at Biden's Wilmington, Delaware home, but the discoveries were not made public until this year. Garland later appointed U.S. Attorney Robert Hur as a special counsel to investigate Biden's improper retention of classified records. So Trump has these classified documents that he's authorized to have. They asked for them, and let's just go along with some of what a lot of you guys are saying. Trump didn't give it to them when they asked for it initially. They had to beg again. Trump handed them over, right? Oh, they came and raided his place because they had suspicion that he had more classified documents, blah, 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 blah. Biden was not supposed to have them at all and didn't even tell nobody. So not only as a senator and as a vice president, but also as a sitting president right now, he still had them and wasn't supposed to have them. Well, what? Well, what? What? Now, okay. So anyway, meanwhile, classified records were also found at former Vice President Mike Pence's home in Indiana. Fox News reported last week that the Justice Department had completed its investigation in the matter and that Pence will not be charged. So then if Pence has the same exact thing and will not be charged, why? Because to me, if you're charging Donald Trump, you should charge Pence. You should charge Biden as well. All of them. If they all were not supposed to have these classified documents and they're not, again, go across the whole board. If none of them were supposed to have these documents in the first place at all, why aren't all of them getting the same exact type of smoke? Well, that's because whatchamacallit did this. No. If you're not supposed to have them at all, why aren't all of them getting the same type of prosecution? Because I just say this, to me, if it's wrong for any of them to have it, it's wrong. None of them, no one of the other one should get no special treatment than the other one. Plain and simple. If one of them is wrong, all of them are wrong. Plain and simple. It's just like when you were a kid. If our parents told us not to do anything, or even my own two sons, if I tell them not to do anything and they break a rule or a principle that I have set forth, y'all all getting a spanking. It's not going to be, well, at least one son did come and tell me that he did it. It does not matter. I'm getting you anyway because you broke the rule that I have set forth. So all of y'all are getting ready to have the same exact punishment, the same exact type of treatment. Plain and simple. Now, again, if this is indeed a wrong thing, all of them should be getting the same type of treatment, right? Now, it says the status of Biden's special counsel investigation is unclear. I wonder why. Smith also took over the Justice Department investigation into the Capitol riot of January 6, 2021. In that role, he examined whether Trump or other officials interfered with the peaceful transfer of power following the 2020 presidential election, including the clarification of the Electoral College vote on that day. The White House declined to comment. You want to know why? Because during a town hall meeting, Trump had receipts. You remember they was like, you incited the January 6th. You incited the January 6th. Then Trump pulled it out and told you exactly what he said. I still have screenshots. I still have the Twitter screenshot from when Trump did say what he said about going in there and peacefully protesting and pretty much paraphrasing me. I'm paraphrasing right now. He pretty much said, make sure we support our guys in the blue. And for some odd reason, that means go and incite an insurrection. Yeah, that's what that means. But then you have people like Maxine Ward. When you said about that, you surround them. And you follow God, you tell them that they are not welcome. You have people like Lori Lightfoot talking about this is a call to arms, right? This is a call to arms. You had all kinds of different people saying things literally inciting certain type of violence, but you know, they didn't say it right. You have to say, hey, go down there and peacefully protest and let your voices be heard in order for you to be citing violence. Now, I'm going to say this. I know that these type of games can be played if anybody feels like that you may be a threat, because again, They played it with us. I don't know if any of you guys knew about this, if you in here, but we and me, along with a whole lot of other parents, we were listed on a domestic terrorist like type list. Yes, yeah, I was listed on a domestic terrorist list because I spoke up for my children, and I spoke up for a whole lot of other parents' children at a school board meeting when it came to critical race theory and when it came to them hypersexualizing the kids. And that was 2 years ago. 2 years ago when I spoke out against it. And when I spoke out against it, look what we have going on. Man, hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, Claudette. Yes, I was. Yep, I was put on a domestic terror list, and Newsmax called me and let me know that I was. They said, hey, can you pull wherever you at, Ty? Can you get on and do an interview with us? I got calls from all type of news sources saying, hey, you know, for some reason your name is coming up, and supposedly you and a whole lot of other parents, you guys are on like a domestic terrorist list for whatever reasons. And I didn't get scared because I knew I didn't do anything wrong at all. Let me see. So in other words, folks, we all know that what we have going on right now, it is a witch hunt. It is because we have this next election that is coming up. And this is just going to be this is about to be the type of political games that you guys are going to see playing. Check this out. This is what you guys weren't able to see. This is over 2 years ago, what I'm about to show y'all. So everybody's seen the CRT thing, right? But this is one that a lot of you guys didn't see. I'm not talking to you, remember? Anyway, so what I want to say is this. One, let everybody here know this. Just because we don't agree does not mean, like right now, I dislike you. I think you look so familiar. We were on the round table. We had a good discussion right there. There's stuff that she just spoke about. I don't agree with this stuff that you spoke about. I don't agree with stuff that I'm speaking about that you guys don't agree with. One of the worst things that we can absolutely do is to let evil sit there and divide us and start hating each other over this. You might think grilled chicken is the best thing. I might think that Subway sandwich is the best thing. But when it all comes down to it, the only difference is you think grilled chicken is the best. Fine, that's best for you and yours. I might think Subway sandwich is best. That's great for me. But at the same time, I'm not going to construe away from the truth. You said that you got pulled over because of some systemic thing. You said the reason why the police didn't do whatever because of your color. I've been pulled over about 19 times for going past the speed limit. I have not gotten one speeding ticket. Every last police officer that pulled me over was white. I have not gotten one ticket. I was over 20 miles per hour one time. I was over 15 miles per hour one time. I did not sit there and get no thing. Well, son, when the police pull you over, make sure you get your hands on the. I didn't do none of that. I was polite. Listen, I was being polite when the police officer pulled up. He pulled me over. He said, I pulled you over. I said, I know why, because I was speeding. He said, well, how's your day going? I said, oh, depends on if you're going to give me this ticket or not. So my point is, I understand that we all got differences in here. I understand that none of us going to be able to see eye to eye on it. But at the same time, my number one thing is to get down to the truth of the matter. I, as a black man, last time I checked, I was not suppressed by any white person. I, as a black man, could not be shown a systemic thing because I came from the ghetto, from Chicago down to the ghetto, didn't have no concept of a lot of this stuff that you guys are even talking about right now. When somebody mentioned to me about systemic racism or something like that, I was so naive, I was like, y'all show it to me. Point it out. Well, it's everywhere. Well, can somebody point me to where it's at? Well, it's everywhere. Everybody sees, but as a black man, can you please show me so I can go ask a systemic racist, powerful white man? Where's that? Show me the system. And I totally agree with what you said right there. You said we need to have a conversation. Totally agree with that. But my thing is, folks, understand this. This is what this evil system behind this whole thing do not want any of us doing. It does not want us talking to each other because guess what? If we talk to each other and discover our differences and all that, we can come to common ground and say, okay, we just want to agree this way, but I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to respect you. I'm not going to not like you. I come from an area where there was no hope for me. There was no hope. Statistics told me that I'm not supposed to be here right now. Chicago told me that I got an average lifespan of being 25 years old. I'm 39 years old. I just celebrated being married to my wife for 20 years. I have a 19-year-old son and a 17-year-old son. And as far as saying it's weird for parents to talk to their children about sex, are you kidding me? I talked to both of my sons about it, 19 years old and 17 years old. That wasn't no weird conversation. Where did that come from? So I'm one of those type of people to where just because they say it, what makes them right? Who are saying, oh, it's so weird. Where is that coming from? I don't need a teacher, a stranger that I don't know, teaching my sons about sex. I don't need them to use for that. No, I'm not saying to go shade nobody, but I'm just telling you, as a parent, I'm done. As a parent, it's my responsibility to teach my children about things like sex, about things like so-called race and all that. That's my responsibility. I don't need a school who's going to have a book from somebody else's perspective teaching my children to see it the way that person wrote the book see it. Plain and simple. You think it's right for your family and what you teach and all that? Good. But what I'm going to do for mine, I'm going to always teach truth and righteousness on it all comes down to, because in the end, you're going to see the type of attitudes and behavior that this stuff might be teaching is going to be reciprocated in the children. Plain and simple. We have to protect our children. Thank you. Now, check this out. This is what people love to do, and it's not going to work. Your video went viral for your YouTube channel and you make a lot of money. That opened doors for you. I've been doing this way before this video went viral, sir. I've been speaking around this country before this video went viral. And by the way, just so I can let you know something, Ivan, because there's a lot of Negroes like you. That's y'all only excuse. Y'all always like to try to detract. You said this video went viral. Nobody even seen this video. Most people don't even know about this video. Let me show you some proof about this so-called viral video. I'm going to show you something here, sir. I want you to pay attention to something for me real quick. Look at the views on this video. Can you see that down there? Let me move your comment. Look at the views on that video. You see that? Do you see the views? Oh my God, 8,000 views. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look how viral that is, everybody. Nice try, Ivan. It's not going to work. Plain and simple. What I just got done saying in that video 2 years ago, it has come true. Look what parents are fighting against right now. The hypersexualization that they're bringing into the children's schools with the so-called LGBTQIA ideology and narrative. And that is nothing more than the guys to sit there and usher in hypersexualization of these children. And it's amazing to me that all you have to do, your best excuse, and it's not going to work, is to say, oh, you did that for likes. You did that for clicks. You did that just so you could be on the news. No, because guess what? That video, I had no idea they were filming that. Plain and simple. So nice try on that, but don't. I you know, honestly, you know, it's cool, Ivan, because I expect cancer to be cancer. I mean, you can't help it. I mean, that's what you do. So I mean, it's cool. I get it. I mean, it's fine, you know. But there's something called I have a really, really great immune system that eradicates stuff like that. So I mean, you could keep on servicing and all that like a common cold, but again, people like you, to my immune system, you're a common cold. I won't even know that I even have the code. Watch this. See, watch how I ignore it. So like I was just saying, folks, things have completely changed. There was a time where even with Trump, when Trump would say things like fake news, that's fake news, that's fake news, they're doing things, they're fake news. I'm like, okay, what in the world? I never really watched the news anyway, but I'm like, why is this dude calling people and saying the news stations are fake news? Why is that fake news? Why is he saying that? Then when Donald Trump starts saying something like the Department of Justice is being used by the Biden administration to go after individuals, and they're using it as their strong arm to come after me, and they're going to use it as a strong arm to go after parents, Next thing I know, I'm riding to go do a TED Talk, and I get notified that I'm supposedly on a domestic terror list. I know some of y'all might have seen this. Put anybody that's listening right now, put a number 1 if you want to see the video, what I did with Newsmax when I was put on a domestic terrorist list. Put a number 1 if you have not seen it and you want to see it. Let me know. That's all I'm saying. Because the thing is, again, I don't care. I'm all about the truth and righteousness, plain and simple. I'm about truth and righteousness. I don't care. You people think it's because I vote for Trump and I'm going to vote for him again, most likely this next time go around. I don't agree with everything Trump does. I don't. I do not agree with everything that Trump does. When Trump was saying that the vaccination that's coming out is fantastic, we've done it in a record number of time, it's going to be good, it's going to be great, it's safe. I'm like, nope, absolutely not. Not me. No way. And I would tell Trump to his face, no. But one thing he didn't do is force it. Okay, so I see there's a whole lot of number ones in here, all right? So what I'm going to do, let me find a video for you guys, and I'll play that too. But I guess, people like, I'm not even going to acknowledge it.
You're a natural born public.
What you just. All right, here to continue the conversation. Check this out. All right, here to continue the conversation, Ty Smith, a parent fighting against CRT. And for that, now he's considered maybe a domestic terrorist by Joe Biden's Justice Department. Ty, wait, what? He's considered what? Is that fake? I guess that's fake. That's fake, huh? So let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something for the ones that may not know this. If CRT is not a big deal, if CRT is just a part of history, if CRT is not going to do anything to deter, to destroy, to mess up anything that has to do anything with school, why did they come against a lot of parents so hard? Why is there individuals in here like, you don't know what CRT is. If it's such a minute thing and CRT is not that big of a deal, why are y'all fighting this ignorant person like myself on it? Why are y'all really coming at me about it? Because you don't know what you're talking about. Well, guess what? Guess what I do with kids? When I know that there are some little kids or somebody of a certain mindset, if I know that they don't know what they're talking about, guess what I do? I leave them alone because they're wrong. I'm like, okay, you got it. All right. If you try to convince me that 2 + 2 is 5, I'm not going to argue you. I'm not going to try to prove it to you. I'm just going to leave you alone because you lost your mind. So if Ty Smith don't know what he's talking about when it comes to CRT, I, to you, should be equivalents of that child that's arguing with you saying that 2 + 2 is 5. You shouldn't even be trying to argue with me. You should be like, look, Ty Smith is crazy. Let him go on about his way because he lost his mind. I encourage you to. But why would anybody, including the Justice Department, why would they be fighting and why would they be throwing out tactics to try to scare me into shutting my mouth? Why would they go to such extreme to want to put me on a domestic terrorist list as a parent who did nothing more than spoke up and speak out and go around to these speaking engagements, speaking out against this CRT that's under the guise of Marxism because they know what they're ushering? Oh, Ty exposed it. It has nothing to do with critical race theory and everything to do with bringing in a Marxist ideology under the guise of CRT, because right now, black people have such an immunity that you can usher in any type of agenda and narrative and ideology that you want to, so long as you put it under black people. Yeah. Did you know that they tried to usher in CRT during the civil rights movement, but Martin Luther King beat it out? Yeah. This Negro don't know what he's talking about. CRT is some legal studies. I know what CRT is, what they told you it is in dang on college. But I'm going to give you something real simple for the ones that are simple-minded when it comes to this. If you are in school and your child comes back home and says, Mom, guess what we learned in school today? What did you learn in school today? Mom, we learned that thou should not kill, thou should not commit adultery, thou should not covet thy neighbor's wife, thou should not bear false witness. What you going to say to your child? You're going to say, why are they teaching y'all the Bible? Well, we're not teaching the Bible. We don't have the Bible is only being taught in churches. Why would you say they're teaching the Bible, Ty? Okay. Nice try. And this is exactly what they did with CRT. Yes, the letters CRT is not being taught in school, but the principles of critical race theory is being taught in school under the guise of diversity, equity, inclusion, which is under the guise of Marxism. Prove me if I'm wrong on that, Ivan. Told you this Negro ain't stupid, but again, let me show y'all this video. If what I was saying about critical race theory and getting to the meat of what critical race theory is going to do, if it was not a bad thing, why is this video here?
Now he's considered maybe a domestic terrorist by being in CRT. And for that, now he's considered maybe a domestic terrorist by Joe Biden's Justice Department. Ty, we wanted to bring you in because we saw that fiery exchange you had as well. I don't have time to play it, but it's very interesting to me that you're in Illinois. Keisha is from Florida, but was in Virginia. The point is, this is national. This isn't bound by state borders. It's not bound by right versus left ideology. Turns out caring for your kids is nonpartisan.
Right. It's absolutely just absurd. I mean, if they want to label me as some sort of domestic terrorist, I think I need to kind of redirect them to who the real domestic terrorist was, AKA the summer of love that we just had with Black Lives Matter burning different things down and different groups. And with George Floyd, that's going around tearing up neighborhoods, tearing up stores, so-called saying they're doing this all in the name of reparations and all that. I think they got the wrong definition of what a domestic terrorist is.
So tell us what your pushback was as well. Keisha said that they were teaching a derivatives critical race theory in the school. She pushed back. She didn't like that. Well, what is yours as a parent? What didn't you like your kids being taught in school?
Oh, my son's going to be taught that they can do anything they can and they want to in life, just like their dad did, as long as they put their mind to it. And I will never put this type of ideology in any child's mind, that they will not be able to accomplish what they want to in America based off their skin color. If that was the case, why are these different countries trying to flock to America for the opportunities that America has here? If there was a such thing as this race theory that's actually prohibiting any person of color from achieving any goals and dreams that they want to in America.
So what do you think of Keisha's idea of a mass exodus from the public school system?
I think that is absolutely 100%. I will back that up. I will push parents to do that, because what they're trying to do is indoctrinate our children to bring in this crazy ideology that is founded and rooted in Marxism. And if parents do have enough, encouragement and see that there's a lot of people on their side, I think that would be an awesome thing to do to show America that we are not joking around when it comes to our children. They think they can do and say what they want to our children right now.
Very, very quickly, Ty, this school board, they're paid by your tax dollar. They should be answering to you, yet you don't feel that. I would say that they're not answering to you. They're telling you what to do. Final thought.
No, absolutely not. If I'm paying you, and I'm paying you, that means kind of like you're my employee. You don't tell me what to do. I'm your boss. So that's the type of attitude I'm going to have towards that. And that's the type of attitude a lot of parents need to have towards these school board members. They need to be reminded that we are the ones that's paying them, so they need to listen.
And therein lies why the school board and the education unions are pushing the FBI and Merrick Garland to push back against teachers, because they don't want that. They don't want the world to know that you, in fact, Ty Smith, are the boss and they are working for you. Ty Smith, thank you so much for your time.
That's right.
Boom. There you have it, folks. So, Ty, what are you saying all this for? All I'm saying is this. I don't agree with everything that Donald Trump does, everything that Donald Trump says. But again, I do understand, because I, just like Donald Trump, was put on this list and had something done towards me from the Department of Justice and the FBI, and being accused of something that I didn't even remotely closely had anything to do with. Do you know what they tried to do on the different places that I direct over? Do you know what they tried? Ty, there are some calls about you see, this, all they did is started rumors. All of a sudden, this is what they did on certain jobs, certain facilities that we direct over. They were like, hey, what, dude, we hear some stuff about you so-called might be a terrorist. Or I'll just laugh. I didn't even go into detail. I just laughed it off. I'm like, what? Yeah, it's this thing. Yeah, see the video right there. So all I'm saying is this. You may not like Donald Trump at all, which is completely fine. It's completely fine. But all I'm saying is, there was a time that as a kid that you probably did not like your parents, did you? But did your parents have your interest at best? Were they doing it for the betterment of you? Weren't they? But you didn't always don't sit here and lie and act like you just loved your parents, or when your parents didn't want you to do certain things or they made you do certain things, you did not like your parents. But your parents had your interest at best. Donald Trump, you may not like Donald Trump. I get it. I know you may not like the way he talk. You may not like the way he smile. You may not like the way he keeps on, no, because I specifically, no, you might hate that he does that. But you cannot deny that the man was putting you first. And who am I saying by you? Americans. He put you Americans first. And everything that Donald Trump said would happen should he not win that election that he lost, it has happened. He talked about gas prices are going to double. He said that you're going to see people pouring into this country. He literally said that black people is going to have an immunity. And it's true. He literally said crime is going to skyrocket. He literally said people are going to be able to commit crimes and not be fully prosecuted to it. He literally said that law-abiding citizens are going to be looked at as being criminals, and the criminals are going to be looked at as being heroes. And it has happened. Oh, but because you don't like Donald Trump, whatever like that, you just, no, he's wrong. Case in point is this. Again, let me go ahead and drive this home to what I said in the beginning. But before I do that, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button so this video can be circulated in the YouTube algorithm. I would really, really appreciate it if you do that. Hit the thumbs up button, folks, so this video can be circulated again. All right, appreciate it. Now, in the beginning, I told you guys that based off a lot of different talking points that we have heard, you guys heard people say things like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You guys have said things like, now, if you do the same exact thing over and over and over again, and you expecting a different result, that is insanity. But why aren't y'all calling that what's happened to Trump insanity? Why aren't y'all calling that insanity? Y'all calling Trump insane, right? But you're not calling what is happening to Trump insane. Donald Trump has been impeached twice and he won. Now this is about to be Donald Trump being indicted twice and he's going to win again. What are you going to do? Well, that's because you're going to find some excuse. You're going to say, oh, money talks, whatever like that. But the truth of the matter is, it has everything to do with this this is going to be a nice way of showing you people that are listening to me right now. It's going to be a nice way of showing you people right now how much of an American you really are. It's going to be a really good telling way to show you how much you so-called say you love your country. Because come around this next election, it's going to be a very, very telling way. Now, why do I say that? Because now you, and not me, you and I'll throw myself in the pool with you guys. You and me Americans, you know what's going to happen? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. What I'm saying? What happened during that election? We got fooled. And I'm just saying, go with me now. We got fooled. Nothing happened. That was all fair. There was no interference. The second time go around, let's see how many of us are going to really be out there standing up and making sure that it's going to have some integrity. Or is it going to happen again? We're going to sit back, see, they did it again. And no, it's going to have to be different this time. This is going to show you how much you really care about your country and you really care about fairness and integrity. This is really going to show this next time go around. They are going to pull out a whole lot of stuff to keep Trump from running. Now, someone said, what right now, somebody just had an email said, what would you advise Trump not to do since you said you don't agree with everything Trump does? I would advise Trump to quit trying to go at DeSantis. I would advise Trump to lay low on just throwing out comments. He came at Kayleigh McEnany too. Trump, I would tell Trump, stay in your lane, focus on what you're going to do. Keep on showing the American people what you plan to do for them. Don't worry about DeSantis, calling them the sanctimonious and all that. Let's see, that's what I'm saying. You're giving people a reason just to want to sit there and hate you. You will give people, I mean, I'm just being honest. There are some people that is of a certain mental capacity that just because you called Ron DeSantis the sanctimonious, they saying, you know what, Trump, I'm not going to vote for you because you're mean and you call people names. There are some people who just can't get past those type of things. So if I was advising Trump, I would say, sir, with all due respect, be quiet talking about anybody else that's not the Biden. You need to focus. Biden, y'all see what I'm doing? Biden whooped your butt. Biden whooped your butt. Biden beat Donald Trump this last election. You need to be focusing on how you are going to completely annihilate them this time. That's what you need to be focusing on. Yeah, Ron DeSantis might get in there and take some votes away from you, whatever, like that. You know, I get all that. But you know, most people, for one, they're going to want to get revenge just as well and just as much as you do, Trump. So focus on staying on your opponent, who is using the FBI and the Department of Justice to go after you. You, this time, Trump, when you saying you're going after them, you're going to drain, you need to not just drain the swamp. The drain the swamp wasn't good enough. You need to drain the swamp and behead all the creatures in the swamp and burn them. That's what you need to do. Don't just drain the swamp and show us the creatures that are in there, because guess what? The creatures them all got back out and they filled the swamp right back up. You need to drain the swamp, behead the creatures in the swamp, metaphorically, hypothetically, spiritually, emotionally speaking, folks, and you need to burn them to where they are no more. That's what needs to happen. DeSantis and whoever your other little opponents are, you need to not focus on them. Stay in your lane. Well, man, yeah, I told y'all. I don't care who it is. I would literally tell them with all respect, hey, be quiet, bro. You losing. You talk too much on certain things. Be quiet, Trump. Stay right here. But right now, as Americans, y'all have to understand, you have to see it, that this is nothing more than another witch hunt towards Donald Trump. It is a huge witch hunt to Donald Trump, because Donald Trump served as the biggest threat to ushering in law and order. Donald Trump is not perfect, just like our forefathers were not perfect. But one thing our forefathers did, they didn't take no ish. We got our independence. That's why we are a great country today. And we, the people, are letting it fall. We're letting it fall. We're not doing enough. We rather sit back and let them silence and shut us up because we scared to talk, because we don't want to offend nobody. We're walking on eggshells. I don't want this to dislike me or my neighbors to dislike me. Bro, we have a country that we're trying to save, and you worried about your relationship with your neighbor. We have a country to save. I don't even know if y'all even know the ramifications of what already has been done with all these illegals pouring in here. I don't even know if you even understand the ramifications, the full extent of how crazy that is right now for America. You know that in order to clean that up, you already talking a possible, man, it happened so quick, so fast to allow all that to come in. That would take years to try to get rid of that. All because a lot of folks don't know their rights. You don't know what your right is as a blood-born patriot American. You don't know how to fight the system, but we do know how to sit there and complain and talk about everything that we see going on and our country, and when we gonna do it? And I told you we're gonna see. This next election is going to be very telling of all of you that are so-called very patriotic Americans. I mean, y'all send me, look, let me show y'all. Y'all send me all kinds of stuff, which I'm cool with it. Y'all look at this. Y'all send me hats like this. We the people are pissed off, right? You send me hats like that. Y'all sending me stuff like this, right? This hat right here is for the fallen police officers. You know what I'm saying? Hats like that for fallen police officers. Rep the blue, back the blue, right? But my question, what else? Okay. We'll take a little further. I do appreciate the gifts. I'm not hating. I'm just saying I appreciate the gifts y'all send me. See, I get it that emotionally and morally you're patriotic. You're going to have to do a whole lot more displaying than just let that all be harvested in. We going to have to see that. Are you willing to get out there and fight back like those Armenian and Hispanic parents did yesterday? It came to blows. It came to blows. How much do you love your country? Huh? How much do you love your job? How much do you love your freedoms? Huh? How much do you love the fact that you got all these opportunities? How much do you love it? However much you want to sit there and think to yourself, and how much you think that you may love this, your country, your freedom, that Constitution, Bill of Rights, how much you think you love that, it's all going to show how you protect that. It's going to show in how much you're going to fight. Y'all look right now, especially when we're talking about saving the country. You are either for the right or you are either for the wrong. Be it family, be it church members, be it your neighbors, it does not matter. You are in a war and a battle for righteousness. And anybody that doesn't want to be for truth and righteousness and for this country and for your family and for your children, I don't care who you are. I don't care. Y'all, I'm telling you, we're too far now. Well, I don't want to make my family mad. Dude, no, we're trying to save a country. Our ways, the American way, is being tested right now. And based off a lot of things that I'm seeing from some of you guys that so-called love this country, y'all are cowering. That is amazing. I've barely been in the political world 3 years. And I keep saying this. Republicans, you guys are some of the weakest people out there. Y'all, the Democrats dude, I'm just saying. The Democrats come smacking and swinging and all that, and y'all just, look at them, they're hitting us. See, look how wrong. Y'all better hit back. See, look how mean the Democrats are being. Look what they're doing to us. Look, dude, y'all letting them do it. Hit them back. Now, I'm not talking physically, but you got to fight back. They're trying to take our children. No, they're not taking your children. You're letting them have your children. They're stealing our ways. No, they're not stealing your ways. You letting them take it. How about look at it that way? They're coming for our children. What are you going to do about it? I'm just going to keep on saying they're coming for our children. But what are you going to do about it? They're trying to indoctrinate our children. Well, what are you doing at home to make sure that your child is not being indoctrinated? Are you educating your child? Or are you too busy watching the football game or I'm getting on y'all. Are you too busy watching the football game or the basketball game? Are you too busy going to the bar? Are you too busy doing your little extracurricular activities versus sitting there and actually training up your child? As a father, as a parent, if you teach your children the right way and show them through truth and facts, you will not have to worry about them going to school and being indoctrinated. You will be able to teach your kids to go to school and challenge the so-called indoctrination that they're bringing to your kids. If they come and want to bring LGBTQIA to your kids, then make sure your kids know the Bible, where it says, the Bible says, if a man lays down with womankind as he does mankind, that man has committed. If a man lays down with mankind like a man would with a woman, that is an abomination. Well, no, we don't. No. Well, you don't teach me. You need to teach your kids to be like that. That's what we do. That's what we do. If they want to allow these school systems to bring in that ideology, you as a parent better make sure that you equip your child with exactly what they need to say and what they need to do should they come at them that way in the school system. Well, I don't want my child to be, dude, no. You don't want your child to what? Well, I don't want people to dislike. Oh, dude, come on now. No. Do you even understand what you're teaching your child when you're allowing them to do that? For one, your child is learning critical thinking. Your child is learning critical thinking. Your child is learning how to think for themselves. They're learning how to be logical. Your child is learning so many lessons if you teach them the right way. That as your child grows mature, they would be able to look back and say, you know what? I was in the 5th grade and I remember this such and such happening. And I remember speaking up and the teacher got mad and just said, you know what? They left you alone, didn't they? But what I'm saying that for is that it's all going to start at home. I will know how much of a patriot and how much of an American and how much you love your country is, not just based off of you, but based off of how your children are. I will know how great of a parent you are based off of what you do in your community, based off how much you support your children when they go to school. I will know how much great of a person that you are when it comes to you loving your country based off of you being a very, very involved parent. My kids came up in this system. They both are out of high school right now, but you want to know what? Neither one of my sons were able to be indoctrinated. You want to know why? Because I was a very involved father. I still am a very involved father. I talk with my sons on a regular basis when they were going through school, because I wanted to make sure that their mental and emotional selves were well. I wanted to make sure that they were very much equipped. I checked in all the time. If there was anything, any way to try to creep his way in, we made sure we got on top of it. If they said at school, Dad, they said that two guys can be together. And I'm like, well, you know what? That's what they do. But what we do, and I'm going to show you why, son, see right here. And the reason why is because, for one, if it was meant to be that way, then how come the men can't? I broke this stuff down to them when they were kids. How come the men can't get pregnant? Now, look, I'm telling you right now, what I teach them or what I taught them has nothing to do with you. If some of y'all that might get offended thinking I'm saying something against y'all because you might be a homosexual, that's nothing to do with that. But in my house, it's the truth. A man can't get a man pregnant. In my house, it's the truth. Son, look at the animals. Where do the puzzle pieces fit? No, son, it's not going in the female. Look, I'm keeping it real with y'all. No, son, it's not going in the female's butthole. It's going in her vagina. You want to know why? Because that's where the baby comes from. Your seed goes to that. Now, why would a man want to do that to another man, son? And that's when I start telling them because of sexual urges and da-da-da. There's nothing wrong with telling them the truth. I'm telling them the truth. I'll say, son, see, humans are the only ones that do that. You don't see a male lion trying to go and smash another male lion. You don't see a silverback gorilla trying to smash another silverback gorilla. You don't see that. You don't see a male rhinoceros trying to smash another male rhinoceros. You don't see that, son. But for some reason, the humans, they seem to do that. Well, why is that, Dad? Because some of them just like it. So then the animals don't like it? No, they don't. Well, why do the humans like it? I don't know. They just like it, son. It's just, that's what they choose to do. That's the truth. Plain and simple. That's the truth. Anyway, I'm not gonna get that much deeper into it, folks. Summary: witch hunt. Donald Trump is gonna come out winning this again. Things are gonna heat up more. Expect a whole lot of more things to be brought out against Donald Trump, because this next election is going to be a very pivotal point for this country. We are already collectively very detrimental. We are already in a very detrimental stance right now. And I don't know how much deeper it's going to go into it till a lot of you guys wake up. Everything that's happening right now, I hate to say it this way, I'm glad, because too long y'all been stagnant. Too long y'all been in a stupor-like type thing. Too long you guys have been dormant. I'm talking parents. I'm talking preachers, teachers, churches, schools, whatever. Too long things have been dormant. You said collectively, I'm not talking about you guys that's to me right now. We want to do what we want to do. We do not want to have anything to do with the same God that our forefathers talked extensively about. I ain't gonna go into it. The forefathers talked extensively about God. Y'all don't even know that a lot of stuff they even did with the Constitution, they took things out of the Constitution because they was like, oh, look, we don't want don't put this God stuff in there now. We got to a point to where you have caused a lot of these young people to hate their country and hate God. We don't want none of those teachers. We don't want no morals. Look, right now, everything that is morally pushed from the Bible, this is what they don't want. Y'all, listen to me when I say this again. Most of the things, give an example, the 10 Commandments in the Bible, they don't want that. Ty, that's not true. Oh, why does Black Lives Matter want all prisons to be completely demolished and eradicated? What would that do? No. Black Lives Matter, Patrice Callers, they don't want any prisons at all. Tell me, what commandment is that? A lot of them. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. You find a lot of stuff in that commandment. They don't want that. Oh, we want to be able to do what we want to do and not have no repercussions or anything like that. You shall reap what you sow. No, we don't want to reap. You can do a lot of criminal things and not get punished for it. In other words, We don't want what that Bible considers to be moral. Like, oh, because it came from God. We don't want those things. And God is like, okay, I'm going to take my hands off. And what you see going on in America right now is a result of people saying, we don't want no oracles or principles or teachings, anything that might be related to Christianity. If you don't believe me, tell me why Christianity is being targeted. They're not going as collectively right now. Some of these psycho people that are out there right now, they're not going after Buddhists. They're not going after Hindus. They're not going after Muslims. They're not going after Luciferians. They're not going after Satanists. They are going after Christians. Christians is what's wrong. Look, don't believe me. Look it up on Google and look up different news articles all around this nation right now. They do not want Christianity at all. And I'm not saying this in a way to make it seem like all of y'all need to be Christians. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, don't you find it very peculiar that Christians are being targeted? A man literally got arrested for being on public space and simply saying some words from the Bible, and he got arrested for it all day long. LGBTQIA people can be out there and saying what they want to. They can sit there and show their body parts to your children. They can sit there and scream things all day long. They can do that. But a man got out there on public property and said some things from the Bible, and the police officer said, yep, you're done, and they arrested him. During the C-19, strip clubs can stay open. Liquor stores can stay open. Vape stores can stay open. Tobacco stores can stay open. Brothels can stay open. But by golly, you better not open up a goddamn church. Shut it down. I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, folks, again, appreciate you guys all being in here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to leave a comment once the video's over. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share this video. You guys all know how I do when I get out of here, folks. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man. Glad y'all all tuned in. We will be doing this again. So, with that being said, folks, you guys all know how I end this. With the blessing, and I really do mean it, whether you agree with me or whether you don't. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys that are listening to me right now, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.